Hey everyone, welcome to your Virgo full moon reading, and the Virgo full moon is going to be at its fullest on March 18th of 2022 at 1:17 a.m. Mountain Standard Time, which is the time zone I'm in, so you can adjust it for wherever you're at, but you of course will be feeling it a few days, a few after. If you're water signs and have a lot of water in your chart, you might feel like 2 years before, 2 years after. But it feels like that sometimes. So the full moon energy of the Virgo is bringing in very much the goddess of the harvest coming in, and I love these beautiful cards from these Yasmin Boland, and here's the beautiful Virgo full moon. And it says on here, take inspired action. So with this reading, we're going to be looking at what inspired action does the Creator and Spirit want you to know about? In what area of your life are we looking at inspiring some action during this, or around this Virgo full moon anyway? Also, there is this energy with Virgo of balancing between like dreaming big and being, practical. There's this balance between dreaming and being heavenly minded and being very earth, it's an earth element, so very grounded as well. So the divine masculine with its, spiritual power, and the divine feminine with very earthy goddess comforting as well. So there's this balancing that comes in. So I'll ask about balance as well for this reading. In this book that comes with these cards, she has this beautiful affirmation for the full moon in Virgo that says, I forgive myself for everything. I'm doing my best. And I love that energy for this because, as you are inspiring yourself for something or you're balancing things out, there's no super, user manual. I don't know if we would read it if we had it anyway, but you are doing the best moment by moment. You're always giving the best for that moment. So I love that. But we're going to jump in for a reading for each of the zodiac signs, and I'm going to jump in for your sign right now. All right, on my Aries, this is your reading for the Virgo full moon, and we're going to start off by pulling a card here from the Queen of the Moon Oracle. And this is going to be just what area of your life is Spirit wanting you to know about inspired action? Where can you have some action inspired or inspire some action? Right. There we go. All right, so for our Aries, what would you like them to... Okay, boom, boom. And you have the growth. Card number 5. So we'll put that over here. And we will see what additional message, but it seems that growing is going to be your inspired action. It says, reject stagnancy. To get unstuck, take action. Okay, there you go. The choice to grow should be made. Expect growing pains when making huge changes in your life. Change is a natural part of life and cannot be pushed against forever. Change should have aim and purpose. Be courageous. You will blossom. And kind of the little affirmation for this card is, I choose growth. You think of a willow tree. Willows often grow on the sandy banks of highly shiftable and changeable rivers, yet they reach huge sizes, successfully growing and holding fast in an unpredictable habitat. How do they do this? When you see a young willow on the banks for a long while, it just looks like a little feeble stick. It may have a few branches and leaves, but at first the trunk will be fine and flexible rather than robust. What we don't see immediately is the root base. The willow spends a lot of time establishing a variable root city under the surface. These roots are long and strong and very numerous, finding their way into many nooks and crannies, holding on to rocks, other established tree roots, and anything that can help with their stability. These roots go off in all directions, thus securing their position just in case the earth begins to shift. Then and only then, once these root networks are established well enough, does the willow put its energy into further growth. The trunk begins to thicken and widen and harden and travel upward to the sky. However, as they grow, the branches have little of the trunk's supportive thickness. They have instead the instruction that they must be flexible. Flexible means they can turn with the sun and survive punishing winds that might threaten to topple the rest of the tree. All of this growth is done with purpose and a divine strategy. The waxing lunar cycle calls for growth, but not growth without aim or purpose. When we understand our current position, accept it, and decide to change, we will naturally grow as people. We might experience some growing pains. After all, transformation of any kind is rarely completely easy and trouble-free. Have a strong intention of what the results of our growth will be helps with gaining the courage and resilience to move forward with our growth and into the eventual blossoming of our true self. And the companion stone or meta with this is Chariorite. I think it's Charoite. But I love that. And this will not be a surprise for you, is what I'm hearing, that this growth, this movement, this action has been something that you have, of course, been working on the roots, been working on all of that. And now is the time, like it's like you're being nudged to begin the action, to start the growth upward. So, like I said, it's not a surprise for you. It's something that you've been wanting to do and taking, the action in the root area and getting the foundation and, looking at a bunch of different areas. But now it's time to shoot up with that. Then we're going to pull from these Sirian Starseed Tarot. And this is going to be just what they want you to know about your balancing act in this next, around this Virgo full moon, and like what area of your life and what area can you balance. And one more time here. These are huge cards. I mean, I'm 6'4", and so I have big hands. These things are huge, and I love them. So, what would you like our Aries to know? No, they don't want any of those. Okay. What would you like our Aries to know about their balance and what area of their life? Okay, nope, none of those. Actually, they want that one right there. And you have the Three of Cups. So the Three of Cups is celebration, joy, and there's also a kind of a side message with this one that's special for me, which represents our spiritual posse on the other side, all those beings of unconditional love and light that are over there for our support, creator spirit, our guardian angel, our angels, our spirit guides, our loved ones who are already on the other side, our ancestors, and any other beings of unconditional love and light. This is them also talking about making it known. So one part of this is celebrating every step along the way. The balance is don't over celebrate, but I feel like more so it's the under celebrating. Like all this growth that you've been doing in the roots and everything, it's like you have all these tasks and you're saying, like, in the future, when you get 1,000 miles down the road, I'll celebrate then. But they're telling you that it's important to celebrate all along the way. Little things all along the way, because otherwise you just lose that energy, you lose that, oomph that you want to head off and you want to do those things, right? So this is this celebration of it. And the other balancing thing is like balance your spirituality too, about connecting to the higher realms, because they will help you with all those questions along the way if you'll ask them. But develop a relationship with them, develop that beautiful trust. And also, the more you focus on joy in situations, like unconditional love and joy and peace and laughter. That's the frequency at which Spirit speaks. So that is the perfect kind of energy to have to connect and to be able to listen to them. They're always listening to you, but to hear their advice and to see the answers and all the signs and synchronicities, it helps to be in that kind of energy. So that's wonderful. We're also going to pull from these Tarot of Dreams and just see what else that they would want you to know around either of this inspired action or balance. All right, what else for our Aries would you like them to know about this Virgo full moon? Okay, so you do want to that one, and you do want to that one, and you do want to that one, and you do want to that one. Okay. So we'll start over here. You've got the Ace of Swords. So swords, of course, is air energy. It's your thoughts, it's your beliefs, your mindsets, it's your attitudes, it's your expectations. And the Ace of Swords allows two things. One, it allows you to connect to the capital T truths of the spiritual world, but it also allows you to cut away those thoughts and those beliefs that no longer serve you. And so there's been, I kind of feel like this has to do with this inspiration and with these roots that you've been working on. You've got a really good solid foundation, but some of the beliefs you had have made you hesitant about growing. You love the groundedness, you love the hiddenness, all the stuff you've been doing in private to help prepare for either it's your own business or a spiritual practice or a relationship or a job that you've been preparing for. Maybe you've been doing school online and haven't told anybody. Those kind of things. You've been doing a lot of stuff in secret underneath the surface where all that root is taking place. But now it's like if I start to grow outside where everyone sees, some of these beliefs that you've had are what have been holding you back. So this is a time for cutting away some of those old thoughts and beliefs, questioning them and finding out, you get to live your life. You have the support of, first of all these thousands and thousands and multitudes of beings of unconditional love and light on the other side that you cannot push away. They will not abandon you ever because they love you unconditionally, not one condition. So they're always by your side, always in your corner, always supporting you. So boom, you have all that, right? But this is about questioning all those beliefs that you've had that you came here to experience. You wanted to experience what it feels like to be scared, to feel less than, to feel not worthy of something, but this is like giving you the sword, the strength. It's time to cut those shackles, cut those ropes that are binding you, cut away those thoughts and those beliefs that aren't in alignment with where you're going to be headed. Yeah. Because you have the 10 of Swords. So you see all those, oops, sorry about the shadow there. See all the swords in your back? All those expectations, I call those the small t truths. Those are all those thoughts and beliefs I was talking about. All those things that really exhaust you. And like I said, they actually disappoint you and betray you because they were supposed to keep you feeling whole and complete and blah, 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 right? And it's like, nope, they didn't. But this is a perfect card because the 10 means you are exhausted. You're not dead. This is like you're exhausted and you are ready to let go because this is endings and new beginnings. The number 10, you're ready to let all those go and you have the sword to do it now. Cut away those thoughts and those beliefs so you can move on and into like your dream, into your passion. I love it. Yeah. So the balancing, it's funny because I kind of feel like these cards are for the inspiration and these are for the balancing. And you've got the Virgo card of the major arcana, which is the Hermit. And the Hermit, of course, is about seeking things in private in your own journey, in your inner sanctum, and doing all that. And so they're like, yes, that is definitely, this is a great thing that you've been doing, but balancing that is important. It's like, don't do too much of it, but also don't neglect it either, especially when it comes to your spiritual journey, because of this Three of Chalices, the Three of Cups here. They are wanting you to spend time alone developing your relationship with them. That's where you're going to find the connection, like I said before, the answers. So this is about taking that time to really develop a relationship. They keep on saying that. We want to know you. And well, they're saying like, well, we know you, just so you know. They know everything about you inside and out. Every thought, every feeling, every emotion, every decision, every experience you've had your entire life. You've not been alone, so they've been there. But they want you to be able to develop this trusting relationship with them, because they love you so much. They really want to help you in every area. And then you have the Queen of Swords. So all this mental energy that's been going on here for you. But the Queen of Swords has a special combination here, because all of the queens, in addition to the suit that they have with the swords, is that air energy we talked about. She is also wielding that Ace of Swords here. So she also, all the queens carry water, which is connection to the higher realms. So, but she basically is the master, which you can see even Libra here. Balance, balance, balancing the heart and the mind. So not ostracizing and not going to extremes, you know. This is all about this beautiful coming together of spirit. And like we said with the Virgo energy, balancing of the spirit and the practical, the heart and the mind, the inner search and being a hermit at times, but also being out there and sharing that beauty that you are, that fire that you are with the world too. So this is perfect. So you have something very much to share with the world, and we're excited about that. And then you have this beautiful invitation also to get to know spirit and balance off that alone time and that mind with the heart, and sharing your presence with the world. So I love this for you. I'm going to leave the reading there. If you'd like more messages of love from above, I want to let you know, in addition to these full moon and like new moon readings that I do, I also offer monthly readings for each zodiac sign, weekly energy updates for each of the elements like fire signs, water signs, etc., and a variety of other videos. So if you don't want to miss out on any of those and be notified immediately when they become available, if you give this video a little thumbs up and click this like button, also click on the subscribe button. That'll give you access to this notification bell. And when you go in there, if you select all, then that will give you the option to receive any updates for any new videos that come out on this channel. Also, doing those things helps spread the love. Because when you like a video, share a video, comment on a video, or subscribe to a channel, that makes the YouTube algorithm just so giddy. It wants to share those messages and those videos with other people as well. So if you feel inspired to do any of those, I am grateful for that. Also, these are general readings. If you want even more specific information for your life, I do offer personal readings, and all that information is in the description box below. All right, all my Aries. Have an amazing Virgo full moon, and just know that as you go throughout each and every second of every day of your life, that you are unconditionally loved by the Creator of all things, and of course I love you too. Have an amazing full moon. I'm sure I'll be talking to you very soon, but until then, you hang in there and you take care.